All right, 1 2 1 2. Hello, good afternoon. Check check. How's everybody doing out there? Tis yesterling, back on another stream, doing some music production here in Ableton Live. In my opinion, the greatest program for music creation. I'm sure others would disagree. I would love to debate sometime. Very open for a debate about that. But yes, here we are. Can y'all hear that? Y'all should be able to hear that. That's sounding good. Okay, good. As per usual, I have no plan for today's stream. I usually just start by sort of making beats, just like, I don't know, putting an idea down, try and use some sort of techniques, some production Ableton techniques I've picked up in my years as a producer, and just see how we go, see how that goes. Shall we get along with it? I've been thinking recently that I might start doing sampley stuff. I think samples can be quite a difficult thing to do on stream because, well, you could very easily get, flagged as what do you call it? Like, copyright vibe, because it's like, hey, you're playing Dionne Warwick, and it's like, yeah. So I don't know. I might have to have a think and a little plan about that. But yeah, it could be fun to do some sampley stuff. Anyone that knows my music will know that I'm not much of a sampler. But a lot of the fun things that you can do with Ableton are around samples. Well, I'll tell you what we could do actually, if we want to have a little mess around with samples, is we could make a little thing and then sample myself and then sort of play around with that. And I think that will be a fun idea to do. That'd be cool. So, yeah, simple. I just need to put down guess a little chord sequence, that, and then record it back into Ableton, and then there we have a sample. So, yeah, just gonna go, just gonna go and grab my MIDI keyboard because that would make this considerably easier, wouldn't it? Back in just a sec. All right, and we are back. Thank you very much, everybody, for the patience there. Yeah, just had to go grab my MIDI keyboard because who's trying to be making chord sequences by actually punching it all in? Not me, not Yesty. No, thank you very much. Also, a big hello to Phoebe's Tarantulas. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. This stream just got a whole lot better looking. I hope you enjoy the chord sequence I'm about to put down. First, let us find a sound. Yes, I'm new. No, you're not. You're here every time, and I love to see you here. Thank you for the welcome. Well, that is most graciously. Forgot how to talk. Most graciously. That's my pleasure. What do people say? In response to thanks to the welcome. I am a most grateful host for your presence. Is that a normal thing that people say? Who knows? So y'all know. Y'all know. Y'all know how good I am at thinking up words and stuff. Well, good. Formulating sentences. It's a skill I have. Right. Let's get a sound for. Ooh. Quite vibing with this sound here. Very strong release though. Should maybe sort that out with the amplitude. There you go. Things you can do with 2 octaves. Oh, well, I think I might fancy you too. And yes, your presence does still have that effect on me. And always will. Just thinking up a chord sequence. What speed are we working with anyway? I mean, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, but anytime I say that, then my mind immediately beats like, well, I have to make something fancy because I'm yesterling. And fancy chords is what I do. So we'll start with that. Whoa. I want to play something that's got this in the top all the way through. Yeah, something like that. Do I want that to be dominant though? Do I like that as major? I think when that first chord is minor, it's actually a more powerful change. But then that is basically the same as that. Ooh, decisions. I think that's it. We'll go with that. All right. Okay. That only took a little bit. All right, record. Sloppy. We'll try again. that second one. Get rid of that first bit. Okay, so we've got just a little chord sequence. Shall I put a bass to it? Might as well. I mean, if we're just sampling chords, then we're just sampling chords. Because we're trying to be interesting, let's just see how something like this sounds just down a few octaves. Go on there. Forward, take the loop off. Rearmed. Nope. Gotta change that second chord. These need to just be slightly further ahead. Same that. Up an octave. Yeah, all right. So, to record this in, what we do, what do we do? Yeah, so we click resampling on here, arm it, and then just hit record. This should just record what's playing. All right, so now we've actually got, we can silence these. All right, so we've got what is essentially a sample now. Now let's have a little think about what we can do with something like this. For me, it's all about fiddling around with down here. Well, that's interesting. So the first thing we can do is with beats, transients. Guess that is. Set it to whatever this is. This is a transient loop mode. So off, each segment plays to its end and then stops. Loop forward, each segment plays to its end and then loops forward. Back and forth. So these are like different settings. Sort of acting like a kind of choker. Just sort of sorting that out timing wise. Oh wait, what happened there? Okay, so that's interesting. We change the other type. We've got tones. Grain size doesn't really seem to do much. Just put it down a bunch. Yeah, just I thought this affects it when we transpose. Doesn't really have any impact on it when it's just in its original pitch. Texture now. Grain size again. What's flux? Okay, so again, only affects it when we're transposing. That just sounds quite janky into that. Repitch. Low. In repitching, you don't seem to be able to transpose it, which is interesting. Complex Pro were just the sort of best ones for retaining what it's supposed to sound like. Can't really hear a huge difference there. So really, the interesting one for me there is this one. Now I'll tell you what I want to do is try this with just the bass, because those chords are like very jarring when we do this effect. But if it's just the bass, let's record this again. We're resampling. So now this, we can do the same with. So we go here, just play it. That's just how this bass sounds. So, do this again, but with the texture thing. Yeah, just make sure it's only 2 bars. So then again with the transposition, to make this sound much more interesting. So what we could do is these chords, which we've already done something to. Let's put an EQ on this to get the bass out of it. What did we like here? Put the bass under it. Now. Yeah, Phoebes, I was literally just about to say the same thing. I was like, now we've got a crazy sounding bit of music that no one's going to like. But you know, these are the endless possibilities of Ableton Live. Make your music sound insane. Well, I'll tell you what I think I could sort of do with these techniques is if that's not what I want to do, if we take another track, right, and let's put like some kind of crazy I want to put down like some crazy sort of synthy chromatic whatever. Like, let me find a sound and then yeah, I can see what I mean. Because what I would like to do is create like a line, then use one of those techniques I just did to just make it sound a bit nuts, and then put like a drum beat to it and just sort of see how that sounds. Do that without that bottom octave. Why am I still hearing an octave lower? Is there a sub oscillator on these? There must be, yes. Oh, that is the sub oscillator. So the second oscillator will be just tuned an octave lower. Follow that. Get rid of the glide, which we do here. Yeah. I also want it to use that reverb. Now I need to think of a nice sort of chromatic-y kind of pattern. Well, do you know what I could do? If I'm feeling lazy, maybe I could just do this with an arpeggiator. Yeah. So I just hold those notes down. Make this 116. Yeah. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah. Right. Okay, so let's record this. You'll see where I'm going. Yeah, right. And if I just take 2 of these and cut that out. If I consolidate it, right, so I have to have the beginning of the note. Alright, so now, new track, arm it to record, take it from resampling, and just record that in. So let's do that just with this on 0, just so we get a better signal. Right, so we've got our part now. So this, we can Right, so go to texture. Yeah. Right. This is our crazy sound. This is exactly what I wanted. Yes, right. You hear where I'm going now? Do you hear where we're going with this? So, put down like a little drum beat like this. I don't like the sounds, but we ain't gonna worry about that yet. Sort that out in a bit. Yeah, Fees, what do you think? This is the new yesterlng direction. This is where we go. Duplicate this out 4 times. All right, put a drum beat down. Just kick and snare. Why is that not making any noise? Is it because I accidentally just put it down octave? Yes, it is. Okay, let's try this again. Did we get that there? Also, let's lose that. That's not helping. You're not helping, weird line from before. Alright, so what I like is... like that. Also, that definitely needs to be earlier. Yeah, right. Let's go with that. That is our drum part. So let's consolidate this. These snares are just slightly late. We want them to be right on the beat. So let's just take this snare out. What I want is to be left with just the kick and the snare separately. Right. So we need like a huge, like a obnoxious kick, like a borderline offensive kick here. So let's grab a yeah, let's see what we've got going on in here. Drum sounds, trap drums, like obnoxious kick is what I'm after. Oh my god, I always forget this. I can't hear this because of the way that I've got the audio set up. I always keep meaning to like fix that or sort out or figure out a way around it. Might not be able to. Anyway, whatever. We've got kicks in Ableton, so we can just like take one and make it like stupidly loud. Do that. Turn it right up. Yeah, that'll do for now. Get an EQ on it. What it definitely needs though is a bit of distortion. By that I mean a lot. Same with the snare. What have we got? Obnoxious snare time. What can we find? What's in the treasure trove that is my Ableton? Oh, so I want to. Yes, I know that. Okay. Right, now what can we do to make that snare sound weirder? Well, I know that you can do. Oh. I know you can do. Similar sort of idea. For texture. Transposing. How's that? No, I just kind of like that snare how it is. Actually, maybe just down to draw. Something else I want to try on here is that pitch drift. This makes it sound a bit crazier. Introduce a bit of atmosphere. Not too much. Okay, I think we're onto something now. I think we're onto something. And it's like, now trying to think of what to add to it is really interesting because we're not going off harmony. So normally I'd be like, yeah, what line can I put to that? What chords can I put to that? You know, where are we? How's this sounding? But it's just like a bit of the old craziness there. Maybe like a sub bass. What we could really go for. Yeah, something like that. Make sure it's one voice. Let's put this on 0. Yeah. So it's just the loudest thing. All right. Don't like how long that goes on for. I can turn the release down. about this? What if I make it? I want to do something like that, but I have to think about where to place the other notes around these kicks because it's not on the beat. Bit more release. Oh, is it? Do you know what? I thought it might be just because we're. Thanks for letting me know, but yeah, because we're messing around with like weird sound things. It's always just much easier to do that when things are loud because you can just intricately hear what you're doing. But also, you know, I'm on headphones, so can't really tell. But so thank you very much for bringing that to my attention. Gorgeous. You are the best, gorge, yeah. Yeah. God, you are the best, and yes, you are. Oh, yes. Yes. You are the best. Yes, you are the best. Yes, you are the best. Yes, you are the best, God. You are the best. You are the best, God. It's fine when it's not playing. That voiceovers are fine, but it's very loud. Yeah, yeah. Fair. No, I've turned it down quite a bit, which would have had to been done anyway for mixing. But thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Where was I? I'm nearly there with this bass part. It's toss up between the E flat and the C. Yeah, let me put that down before I forget that rhythm. Might want to quantize that actually. just because it needs to become robotic. Nice and bassy. Add a bit of EQ as well, maybe. Right, this needs EQing for sure. This is so weird. I'll put a doubler on it. I want to hear how it sounds up an octave as well. Andremia, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming by another stream. Lovely to see you. How have things been? How have the last couple of weeks been for you? How's life? We're doing some weirdness today. We've made we've made this pattern, but with resampling and just sort of messing with the transients, which is quite fun. I was kind of in the mood to sort of do something today that was a bit devoid of harmony. So yeah, just put some drums to it and put some quite out there sub bass. But yeah, just doing some EQing. I also need to make this wider, which I can do with a plugin I've got called Wider. Ooh, listen to that. Yes, glad you like weirdness. I do too. It's funny, like a lot of music that I listen to is quite weird, but the music that I make myself is not very weird, I would say. It's kind of like, it's not really weird, it's more like nerdy, my stuff, I guess. But you know, who knows? Maybe I'm turning down a dark avenue of weirdness, which, you know, wouldn't be so bad. But yeah, it's I kind of wanted this stream to sort of have a look at some of the more out there things you can do with Ableton's processing, like making stuff like this, you know, and that kind of lends itself to being devoid of harmony. I feel, but yeah, we've now got this idea, and it's just like what to do with it next. I guess it's like if I was to actually turn this into a tune, it would require some sort of build up, and this would be like the drop, if you will. So what I do want to do actually is get a bit of compression on this sub best. GLA 2A, I reckon. Gonna make it poke out a bit more. Yeah, that sounds good. And Dremia says, I enjoy creating weird patterns, then transition into some form of melody. Got to trust some instincts. Yeah, exactly. That's yeah, totally with you. Yeah, I think like for me, it's almost getting more in the realms of like a self challenge. You know, like I find it very easy to deal with harmony, like being a piano player and all of that. It's just that's where I gravitate towards. So like trying to make music with this sort of approach, it's more like, oh, I wonder how I would do, using this as my kind of starting point. Um, it's just something I've never really tried before. Yeah, like you say, it's weird doing it, but a great challenge. Exactly. That's kind of how I'm looking at this. Um, and yeah, the challenge now is kind of to think sort of where to go. I actually said earlier in this stream, it's like normally when I'm making stuff, I'm like, right, we're in the key of D. I've got my chords, I've got my bass, just got to like make up a nice line to go over it, that sort of thing. And like I say, that just comes very naturally to me. That's just sort of how I think musically, I guess. But this, it's like I guess we have kind of got a tonal center, but it doesn't want chords. This it doesn't want like a nice chord sequence. Um, I could try doing a sort of line over it. Something I do want to do actually. Just a bit of housekeeping. Just gonna group these drums. Just gonna whack drum bus on it. Woo! Nice. Yeah, just bring those drums out a bit. I think something that I could try is getting some sort of like high synthy sound. Um, and just sort of seeing what happens with it. I don't think I want anything rhythmical because the rhythm is very much being covered by what we're going to call the strange part. Um, so I mean, maybe something kind of quite long and high. And again, that's not really me thinking massively creatively. The way that my brain's working there is I'm just thinking what else would fit. And that's something that would fit. Because we've got semi quavers from this part. We've got a kind of spacious but still in tune part from the bass. And then, actual rhythm provided by the drum part. So just long notes. And, that's just me thinking like that could actually fit. That could be a piece that works. So let us find a nice long sound. Paddy, I'm thinking. Something like that. Go up high. Let's get this going. Got my MIDI keyboard here. What keys to take the bass in? I mean, maybe it does. Maybe it does want chords now. Maybe I'm hearing chords. A line is just. Oh, I like the edge on that one. If you make these super reverby, maybe delay as well. That sort of idea, that sort of sound, just kind of poking in. I don't know, we'll see. It's so much fun to experiment. Generally start with some thought of experiment and then it inspires a journey. Yeah, great. Brilliant outlook. Great place to start. And also that by definition mean, you know, and Jeremy, I've heard your stuff, I've seen your streams. So, you know, I know that like the stuff you come out with is fairly unique. And if you start with a form of experimentation, it's like, you know, it's the opposite to being like, right, I'm going to make a song like Taylor Swift. You know, here's my guitar, here's my same 4 chords in all my songs. You know, it's like, boom, instant not uniqueness. But if you start with an experimental technique or experimental anything, have that as your launching point, it means that your music is going to be more idiomatic to yourself, which is what we all want, I feel. You know, I like the idea of one day somebody hearing something that I've made, not necessarily knowing it's by me, and then going like, oh, that sounds like yesterlng. And it's like, great, I've got a sound, I've got an identity, I've got a musical thing that people recognize. I think that's what creatives aspire to. Whether you're in art, photography, whatever, you'd love like one day for somebody just to be able to see something and be like, that reminds me of that artist. What about my chords from earlier? How would they sound over this? No, way too musical. I like, yeah, this sort of like 4-feet kind of vibe I've got. It's like I'm not after like weird chords, but I'm sort of after ambiguity. I feel it's like I don't want these to be like, you know, nice chords that you can hear and make a thing out of. It's just, it's not really sort of like kind of grabbing it and steering it towards a like harmonic place is what I'm going for right now. Indeed, the identity builds with time, whether you like it or not. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. You know, as you develop as someone, like my stuff definitely sounds on my 3rd album definitely sounds different to my 1st album. But I like to think that you can still hear my 3rd album in my 1st album, if that makes sense. It's like you could hear where I was going or what I was trying to do. Yeah, I'm really fond of that 1st album of mine. Like anytime I listen to it, I can instantly hear like so many ways to improve upon it. But it was like at a point where it's like I wasn't so confident when it came to production, like music, you know, whatever, but production. And it's like, it was kind of great being in a place where it's like I couldn't just do anything I wanted. So it's like I kind of had to think of something and then find a way to make it work, as opposed to just putting something down. Do you know what I mean? And that kind of thing like breeds creativity as well. Anyway, Andremia, what have you been working on? What have you been going on musically? What you been doing? Or have you been doing more like art stuff? I like that second one more. I think that's it. I think that's all I need. Get rid of that loop. 2, 3, yeah, great. That is that done. Right, so yeah, that's another part that fits. Oh, forgot to put the loop on, didn't I? Maybe that's too much, but I want it to be wobbly. A bit more. Yeah. I like that movement in it, see how that sounds. added some chorus to the bass and to these chords just to make them a bit wider and sit in a slightly different place. Can't decide if I like it on the bass or not. Focusing on some art stuff, but still some music here and there. Okay, good. Great to hear that. Great to hear that you're still at it. But yeah, cool that you're forming an art identity as well. Very cool indeed. Yeah, similar thing, exactly. All the stuff I was just talking about, but with art, develop your stuff, sort of, yeah, find an identity that's recognizable and all of that. I'm guessing that like it's your own sort of visual stuff that you use, like your logo and all of that, on your channel. It's great to be able to do it. I'm all of a sudden not loving the position of this note. Is it too early, too late? This one. Yeah, that makes a difference. God, no idea where to go with that now. No idea whatsoever. But I am feeling this. I am vibing with this. This is a nice little idea. Got an idea. This might sound weird, but we like to try new things, don't we? Let's copy this over and put it up a semitone. How does that sound? Is that cool? Nah, I don't think so. It'd be nice to have. I'm racking my brain. I'm trying to remember how I did this thing on a track of mine called Day Jilla, which was my homage attempt to sort of sound a bit like the greatest to ever do it. And I used reverb to take a signal from something and sort of make it sound kind of nuts. And I cannot remember how I did it. So maybe that'll be one for me to look at next stream. But I might sort of have a fiddle around to see if I can remember how to do it, because it made like a really great effect that I really, really like on that tune of mine, Day Jilla. It's on the Beat Tape album. And I'd love to sort of see how it sounds on this. Massive time for some blind joy art equally. Yeah, very cool. Very, very cool indeed. Yeah. Music's such a big thing to sort of have in your life, and so is art. So it's great that you can do both. And Jeremy, very cool indeed. And yeah, like I say, it's really awesome to be able to kind of do your own like visual stuff as well. The great Phoebes Tarantulas, who's here in chat, she does her own sort of stuff for streams, like visually sort of, arts, like those kind of like cartoon animals and stuff. It's very cool indeed. A very, very cool indeed. Um, Now I'm going to see if I can remember how to do this. I think that you duplicate the part, and on this other channel, you have a reverb. And then you do some, and then you do something with it. Let's solo it. Was it reverb or was it delay? Is it delay I did it with? The plot thickens. This is well annoying. I just cannot remember how I did it. This is also making me realise how much of a while ago it was I was actually making beat tape. I had a really good time making that album. Did some of it on stream, I remember. I thought it was reverb. Let's have a look. Maybe if I look through the effects, my memory shall be jogged. I'm pretty sure it was reverb, and I'm pretty sure there was like one of the knobs on the reverb I was like turning up like quite sharply, or like automating it to be really quick. Could open that song and investigate. Yeah. Yes, I could. I absolutely could do that. Why not? Right, so let me save this. Stream jams. God, what should we call this one? Yeah, we'll call it that. All right, and yeah. Oh, do you know what I could do? Actually, I don't even have to open the project because I have my Ableton folder with everything I've ever done in here. So here we go. Open beat tape. Daydilla project. Synths. Cray sounds. I believe Cray sounds is what we're after. So I should be able to drag this in to the project. Yeah? Can I do that? No? Double click it. And it appears? No, or is it this? This is what appears? I don't usually sort of do things like this, but theoretically, this should be bringing my instruments in. Hype delay? I thought this was how it worked. Cray sounds. That's got to be it. Do I put it on here? Yes. Oh, look at this. Is that just going to be the MIDI information though, or is it going to be the actual track? Yeah. Ah. No? Okay, interesting. Let's try this other one. So yeah, good little trick there. Uh and Dremia is you can have yeah, like all your you can link to all of your projects within Ableton. Very quiet. Is there a reason why that's not making any noise? But look, there's reverb on it. um, something automated. Because I'm sure I did something with that. So maybe this isn't going to work, and maybe we do need to open it. Maybe we do need to just open it. Maybe we just do need to open it. File, open live set. Let's go see if we can find it, shall we? B tape, there it is. Okay, Dagilla. That it, or is that it? We've got two. Let's open this one. Useful, you can pull in and try a sax or even songs. Yeah, although it didn't seem to be working there. But that might be because it was doing something interesting. Loads of stuff failed to load. Okay. Okay, right. Here we are. Here we have the J Dilla session. Ooh! I absolutely love this this track. Right, so where are my cray sounds? There they are. It's this. So what is this? What is this? And Jamie, do you recognise this? Is this a plugin? So this seems to be the same thing. But it says different stuff. How do I find out what this is? What is this? Tell me. Actually looks like an instrument. No idea. Yeah. Like it doesn't it's not one of the synths, but like I think it might be Collision? Right, okay, anyway, found out how to do it. So let's go back Little insight into a beat tape track there. That's a rare thing in Dremia, you know. Not everybody gets that. How's that? I just want to have a little listen to this just because I love this track. Yeah. And it was automation as well. Something's going on with these pads though, they keep cutting off. Oh, nice. I'm going to listen to that properly after this stream. Anyway, right. So let's go back to, nope, not that one, to this one. Don't save. So we've done it with, I think, Collision, which is an instrument, it's not a plugin. So this doubled part, which is not MIDI. And I deleted the MIDI because I'm a silly person. I mean, I could easily make it again. Let's try this. Just right. So we've got a MIDI track open. Oh no, that doesn't look like it. What about this one? Tension. Aha! Yes, this is it. Yes. I think this is how I did it. So let me right, how do I make this into MIDI again? Extract groove, it's not that. Slice to new MIDI, convert harmony to new MIDI track. Yes. That won't do it to a track I've just opened though. Yeah, never use tension. Yeah, I mean, that must have just been. Oh, there's nothing in the. There's nothing in the MIDI. There's nothing there. That did not work. Let's try this again. Convert melody to new MIDI track. Ah, there we go. Right, delete this. Delete this. Yeah, I've don't make a habit of tension or collision or anything. Like, I'm not really sure kind of what they're for, but I must have been aware of them back then. Couldn't tell you how I found out about that. Interesting though. Right, let's just hear this by itself. So this will be just with. Right, okay, great. So instead we put this on tension. Right, put it on bow. This is really not having the same effect. But what it could do. Make this much quieter. I want to try something like that. Let's get an LFO. I was looking at LFOs in the last stream. You were there, weren't you, Andromia? So map that to force. Make it from 48 to 100. Maybe not that extreme. So now we've just got like an edge to our sound. Is that annoying? We into that? Tell you what I don't like about it is that now we've now got our like pitchings back. So you can tell it's like chromatic notes. You can hear it, and that's like exactly what I didn't want. So in summary, that's a failure. But interesting that I've now remembered how I did that thing on Daygilla, because I did really like that effect. That was very cool. Yeah. How have I been going for? How long is this stream? Does it say? I don't actually have the thing up. Oh yeah, great, an hour and a half. I think that would be a good time to call it. Um, just one more listen through this little idea. Actually, one more thing I just want to do on this. Needs a bit of distortion and a bit of micro shift, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely makes a difference. There you go. A weekly dose of yesterling weirdness. So, big thank you for coming and hanging out today. Phoebes Francis and Dremia, lovely to chat to you both. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for putting up with my strangeness. Yeah, do please come again. I aim to do these weekly, early in the week, afternoon. So yeah, it'd be great to see you whenever you can make it, Andromeda. So thanks again for coming by. I do hope all's well with you. Good luck with all the art stuff. And yeah, I will keep up the strangeness. I very much intend to it. I intend to, my friend. But yeah, you have a great week. I'll see you next time. Yeah, do take care of yourself. Thanks again for hanging out. This is yesterling. Oh, one more time. Always got to remember at the end of each stream to say that all of my music's up on Spotify. Please do check it out. And I hope you enjoy it. Also, I make shorts that I put up every week on YouTube. So do check those out as well. Anyway, there you go. Little end of stream plug. I keep forgetting to do them. So yeah, thanks again for hanging out. I'll see you soon. Have a great week.